Let's take you live now to Darwin. The Health Minister, Greg Hunt, holding a news conference, along with the Chief Medical Officer, Brendan Murphy, on the coronavirus. And we have another official there speaking. Let's take you there live now.
All good. So we presently have AUSMAT staff who are on the ground in Japan, and we also have other members of the AUSMAT team that are in the air and will be in Japan later today, preparing to bring these Australian evacuees home to here in the Northern Territory. The Northern Territory government is making sure that the health and safety of Territorians comes first, but that we also step up when the rest of Australia needs us to. These are grandparents, these are pops and grands who are on the trip of a lifetime who have been caught up in a medical disaster. So we are working with the federal government to get these people home, but also to make sure that our community is safe and informed. Thank you.
Great. Thanks very much to Natasha, to the Chief Medical Officer of Australia, Professor Brendan Murphy, to his counterpart, Di Stevens, here in the Territory, and to Len Nataris and the extraordinary AUSMAT team and everybody at the National Critical Care and Trauma Centre where we are now. Yesterday, after consultation with both Japanese authorities and the Northern Territory Chief Minister and Natasha, the National Security Committee considered and supported a humanitarian flight for those passengers who are on the Diamond Princess. The number of infections on that ship has now grown to over 450, and so we realise that there has been an ongoing case, and that means that we cannot allow people to return without quarantine. So it's our task to bring them home, and so there will be a humanitarian airlift which will help bring home these passengers who, through no fault of their own, have done everything right, but there's been an ongoing infection on the ship. The situation is that within the first 24 hours, both prior to uplift and through the flight home and then on arrival here, there will be 5 screenings, one on the ship, carried out in conjunction between AUSMAT and Japanese authorities, 2 on the flight, 1 at RAF base, and 1 after they arrive here arrive at Howard Springs. And at the moment, the flight is scheduled for Wednesday. The precise time has been determined with the Japanese authorities, which will mean they should arrive here either Wednesday night or Thursday morning, depending on when the departure has been completed from the ship. The point of us being here is twofold. One is to thank the Northern Territory. I have to say that Natasha and the Acting Chief Minister have been fantastic in their support, and before that the Chief Minister. The Territory community in particular has embraced those who came on the second flight from Wuhan, and the kids have sent letters. There have been no infections recorded to date in terms of coronavirus. Lots of testing, and Di will know the status of that, but very good response from the community, very good response from AUSMAT, the Defence Force, and the whole of the Northern Territory. And what we see here is that we're protecting Australians, we're protecting Territorians, but we're also reaching out and protecting those who need that support from being overseas through no fault of their own, being caught up in what is an international epidemic. So I might just invite Professor Brendan Murphy briefly.
Thanks, Minister. So just to follow on from the Minister, can I also thank from the bottom of my heart the Territorians for helping with the quarantining of these people, both the first lot and the next lot that are coming. The first lot, it's been a magnificent operation. It's gone very well, and as you've heard from the Minister, there's been no positive detection so far, and they've settled in very well. For the second lot, we are going to quarantine them in a completely separate part of the facility, separated by a fence from the first lot, but again well away from anyone in the community, some hundreds of metres away, and we'll have the same security, the same precautions as we've had with the first lot. We will ensure that every precaution is taken to make sure there is no risk to the community around this facility. We are very confident. We are so excited that the AUSMAT team, our internationally famous medical assistance team, has stepped up, run not only the Christmas Island facility but now this facility, and now preparing for the second group. They've gone over to Japan to bring them home, and they will look after them here, and I can be absolutely confident that they will be very well looked after here in much better facilities than being in a tiny cabin on a cruise ship, and will be well looked after by the 24-hour medical assistants, and the community will be completely protected. So once again, the Territory people have stepped up and shown their national leadership, and we are incredibly grateful. Thank you.
Guy?